Hey, it's Jen, Bitch in a Hurry, Not So Mystical Tarot. This is a reading for Sun, Moon, or Rising Virgo, November 15th through the 30th, 2018. You can find me on Instagram at Bitch in a Hurry or bitchinahurry.com, where we had a really fun time. We had a Halloween sale, and so far the response has been pretty amazing, and I'm really thankful for that. All week from the Saturday before Halloween till the Saturday after Halloween, there was a sale, and the response has been really great. So thank you guys. If there's another something you'd like me to do like that, please let me know. And if you have ideas for any other kinds of readings that you would like, ask me, because I'm not averse to doing something different. Just that I offer a couple of them right now to keep it simple. So on October 24th, we had the full moon in Taurus, where we were going to release stuff that was holding us back, old drudgery routines, and set ourselves free to have something different. And then these will probably be out before November 7th, which was a time to we have videos out for that already. The time to set new intentions, transform your current existence. To kind of the new moon in Scorpio on November 7th is like a transformation through forgiveness. It's whether it's forgiving yourself or other people, it doesn't really matter. But it's a way to transform through all of that. So make sure that you watch that video if you haven't watched it. If you haven't watched it yet for your sun, moon, or rising sign. If it doesn't resonate, make sure you watch moon and rising sign, because sometimes you'll get that. I definitely know there are people that really jive a lot more with their moon sign or their rising sign. So in the future, you can do that. Just, watch the sign that you feel like you are most compatible with. You can also watch, for your partners or people that that, if you'd like to watch their sign as well, kind of get a handle on what's going on with them. That's always interesting. But I do hope you take advantage of that new moon in Scorpio to kind of set some intentions, kind of transform what you have going on, and kind of just change everything that you want to change, and everything that you want to be. You can kind of have a clean, kind of a fresh start, November 7th. But anyways, this is for November 15th through the 30th, 2018. So what do we have going on after all of that stuff happens? It definitely looks to me like there are some things, you have been, I want to say, cleaning out your closet. You have been really kind of going through everything. Let's see, we got one more here. Okay, let's take put these down, have a little break, and we'll start out. We start out here with the Judgment card, which tells me that you have been going through your life kind of almost systematically and cleaning things up, where this isn't right, that's not right, I want this, I don't want that. It looks like you are going through little by little and just kind of picking things off and taking this and taking that, getting rid of this, picking this up. But it looks like the things that are in your life currently, I like to say that you've brought them to judgment, and you've kept the things that are working, and you have gotten rid of the things that are not. So that has been very productive. And Virgo is that way, very productive. Once they make the decision, it might take them a while, but once they finally make the decision, that's it. So I'm glad to see that for you guys. I do think that for a while you were in this spot, and that's why I say Virgos take a while to decide. They get stuck in their head a lot. And here you have the Swan. This Eight of Swords the Swan is stuck in a prison of its own making, because you can see here there's this little bird up here, and clearer sky. They could fly up, but he's flapping around in the swords instead of just getting out of there. And I think it's easy to get stuck in your own head. And Virgos especially, you work very hard. You always try to do the right thing, and it's very easy to get stuck in your head. And especially when things have an emotional attachment to them, it's very hard to move forward. And I think we see that here with this Nine of Cups. It's a very strong emotional attachment that you have to all of the things in your life, good or bad. People don't give Virgos enough credit, the earth signs, that they're stodgy and methodical, but they're very emotional. You just have to get past all the other stuff on the outside. So I think that why they don't make decisions quickly is because emotionally, deep down, they're very emotionally tied and connected to everything in their life, and they just aren't ready to always let go of everything. But I think the decisions and the things that they did that you brought to judgment over this last couple of weeks has freed you up out of this prison, and it's allowed you to kind of focus on what really is important and what really is making you happy, not just what you're attached to and used to. Because you've brought all this other stuff to judgment, you have this opportunity in the Ace of Wands. You have an opportunity to do something completely different, and this could be work related, but I definitely see that there's an opportunity for change here, and it's like in a completely different direction than you've really ever been in. I feel like you're kind of turned and walking away from some things so that you can start this brand new thing. Like you're kind of ready to be someone else, and maybe you take advantage of that new moon in Scorpio. Maybe you take advantage of that and kind of forgive yourself and everybody else and just move forward. Now, that being said, because you guys are very deep and you're very emotionally attached to everything in your life, just like a lot of people are, some more than others, but I think the Virgos especially are that way. They just don't show it. You may feel a little bit of a sadness here, and that's where you get the Four of Cups. And she's not like completely devastated, just more of that loss in your head. It's almost the same as this card, prison of your own making, and this is kind of like a pity party of your own making. Like, I worked so hard on this and now it's gone, or I worked on that and now it's not here, or this relationship was happening and I got rid of it, and or I was gotten rid of, whatever the case may be. Just don't stay here too long. Take some time, feel your feelings, which you don't like to do anyways. I'm sorry, my husband's a Virgo, and I think of him. Sometimes I see this, I'm like, he doesn't really like to talk about all that stuff, but it's easy to get stuck in your head, and it's easy to get in that spot of like, man, I try so hard, and how come nobody gets me? And I think that's more of a, nobody gets me. I'm doing all the right stuff and nobody gets me. Feel those feelings, but just don't stay there, because once you emerge from that sort of, like you can see she's kind of like laying there, like playing in the water, looking around, just like, once you get over that, feel that feeling, have your moment, whatever. Once you're over that, this is the opportunity that you get, the Fool. It's almost like you get to start over. Like you are getting to start over right before 2019 shows up. You have brought all this stuff to judgment. You have broken out of this prison that you created for yourself, which is a really big deal and not an easy thing to do. You've discerned what was important to you emotionally and what really could leave. You've opened up a brand new opportunity for who knows what. Whatever you guys want to do, you get it done. So you have your little moment here of playing in the water and feeling kind of sorry. I think this is almost like feeling sorry for yourself, just feeling sorry in general. But now you have this. Once you emerge from this moment of feeling kind of bad and sorry, you have this Fool, which is a brand new, fresh start. And this is like an amazing card to get because, like we talked about on if you watch the video from the November 7th new moon in Scorpio, like I said, this will probably be out before that anyway. When you see that, you'll see that you get to start over. And maybe you really took you took this to heart and you really cleaned out your closet and got everything done. And now you are going to start over. And that is very exciting because I think a lot of people may not recognize who they see. They may be used to this certain earth sign, this way you are, and they're going to be slightly surprised. What I do see is this opportunity is presented to you here, this Ace of Wands. You have this opportunity to go and do something that's really, it jazzes you up. Like you're like, yeah, I want to do that. And I mean, it could be anything from like roller derby to, I don't know, parachuting to opening another business. It could be anything, but whatever it is, do this because this is going to make you really happy. I don't know what it is. I can't wait to hear. I hope I get some messages and you tell me what this opportunity is because I like to know. But the nice thing is you see a progression here. You have this opportunity and now you get all the way to the 9. The 9 of Wands. And the 9 of Wands shows that you have had significant progress. You have done, that is a Virgo for you though. You work hard. Your progress is a result of the very hard work that you always put in. You are not a slacker. So now is a time, stop for a minute. Observe all that you've done, what happened behind you, look a little bit ahead, what do we want coming up? But remember, the next card here is the 10 of Wands, which is this person being burdened by like carrying this whole city on their back. So I want you to be careful because you work so hard. Virgo especially, I always say Virgo is the hardest working sign. You work so hard. I want you to be very careful. And during this time of observation, when you're out looking around at this, simply the opportunity to get this brand new day, the sun's out, take a moment and be very careful what your next step is. Be very careful what you choose to do next, because the next thing that you take on could be a burden to you, and it could hold you back. So any people that offer you things and, oh, take this on or have this, you might want to stop and really think about that, because it may not be what you want. It might not be the best thing for you. You're already doing very well. Thank you, kind of a thing. You might just say, you know what, let me think about that. No thanks. And on the tone of let me think about that, you have this Four of Swords, which is a card of respite and valuation. So take a little bit of time. You see, she's not like being stabbed or anything. She's just like she's meditating. Take a little bit of time and really think over your options, as if the Virgos don't think enough, but definitely think over your options. And it goes along here with the observation of what you've accomplished so far, and where do I want to go next? What's next? Really take a little bit of time and kind of evaluate. This is kind of an upheaval that's going on here, and it's a really good upheaval, but with all the emotion stuff that's happened too, a little bit of time on your own may not hurt. Even in just an afternoon, even if you sit at Starbucks for an hour and just turn your phone off, whatever the case might be, you need a little bit of time to just reevaluate. One thing I do want to say is I would like you to be careful, and I think this goes here with this you're doing very well on your own. Okay, I want to say that. I keep hearing you're doing very well on your own. You're doing very well on your own. Don't take that other wand, that burden that will now give you a burden. Don't. I just keep getting that. And the card that we have next is the Seven of Swords, which is the secret keepers, the thief, sometimes people call it. A lot of times this is just a little bit of shady business. And I definitely feel that this is business related, what you have going on. I think mentally, emotionally, you have dealt with some personal issues, but I definitely see this as business when it comes to this this action item here and this Nine of Wands right here. I see this as a business, and I want you to be really careful. There may be somebody a little shady coming around, and so just be careful. And again, here we have the Page of Pentacles. The page gives you solid advice. Listen, this is telling me, when it comes to business, you have this knowledge and wisdom of the owl here. When it comes to business and you get a message, it could be a little shady. I want you to really use your Virgo earth sign brain and do the rationality check. Does this make sense? Is this too good to be true? That's what I want. That's the question that I think you need to ask yourself from this Nine of Wands point on. Is whatever's coming next too good to be true? Is it what oh my goodness, is it what I want? I just want you to be really careful what you say yes to, because you have a lot of opportunities coming toward you, and I just want you to be careful that you don't take on too much and put yourself right back in the position that you were in before, where you were maybe overburdened and, mentally, physically, emotionally, just completely overburdened. Let's see if we can get just a little bit more information here. This is kind of heavy. The Leo reading was like this too. The Leo reading was really heavy. Definitely a very interesting time that we have happening. We get a little bit more. What's the advice for the Virgos for November 15th through the 30th regarding all of this stuff that we have here? The shady offer. The opportunity. What do we have? We have the High Priestess. I am not even surprised. You finish this up with the High Priestess. The High Priestess has most intuition of any card in the entire deck. And this is you. You have this intuition. If you're a male, that doesn't matter. It doesn't mean you're a girl. It just means you have this intuition on your side. Use it. And I think it's definitely in reference to whatever this opportunity that maybe is too good to be true, or seems a little shady, or the person might seem a little shady, whatever it is. Use your intuition. Take that message, that solid earth sign message, and use it to the best of your ability. Make a smart choice. I'll talk to you soon.